I knew I was okay. He sold 11 million records. He had deals with Jay-Z and them, but Jay-Z ain't gonna never did. I always tell him all the time, Jay-Z ain't treat me like this.
Oh, he definitely like playing. Yeah, this nigga.
Jay-Z might not even say hard enough.
So we just,
had
a lit. Jay-Z will never take you to a party like this.
A lot of me from the hood, so people look at Bleak and don't understand the business he's doing. They always look at Jay like, oh
yeah. That's why. That's why you got niggas like Yayo talking about Jay don't take care. I don't need Jay to go on tour.
Yo smoke hard coke,
Yo, chill. Yo, chill.
You look like you need to be taken care of. You look like you need to go to the dentist. You need to look like you need to brush your teeth. You look like you need hygiene.
Yo, Jim Jones just poked the wrong bear, and Uncle Murda is not letting that slide for even a second. Jim thought he was being slick, clowning Tony Yayo for saying 50 Cent takes better care of his people than Jay-Z. He probably expected a few laughs, maybe some nods, thinking it'd be a light jab. But hold up. What started as a funny moment quickly turned into a full-on spotlight on him. Uncle Murda stepped in and flipped the entire situation on its head. Instantly, the internet locked in. Everyone was watching because Uncle Murda doesn't just talk, he has a track record. He's got deep history with both sides, the Rockefeller and G-Unit. So when he speaks, people lean in. And trust me, he didn't sugarcoat a single thing. He went straight to the facts. 50 Cent has been feeding his day ones for decades, keeping his circle tight, making sure everyone in his squad is paid, respected, and accounted for. Loyalty in 50's world isn't a hashtag or some empty flex, it's real action. That's why people stick with him through everything. Then, Mod switched gears and zeroed in on Jay-Z, and this part is key. According to Uncle Murda, the moment you're no longer useful, that love disappears. That Rock Nation brunch invite everyone dreams about? Don't get it twisted. It doesn't last forever. Fans online immediately started agreeing, saying Jay runs things like a corporation, cold, calculated, all business, no feelings, no warmth, no second chances. With Jay, it's contracts and strategy. With 50, it's loyalty, family, and people-first energy. Uncle Murda didn't just talk theory, he backed it with examples. When Buck ran into tax trouble, 50 stepped in with cash. When Prodigy bought a house but came up short, 50 made sure he got help. Yes, there's business involved, but there's also friendship. Support was there when it mattered most. People paid him back, but the fact that it was available when needed, that's priceless. That's the difference Uncle Murda wanted to make crystal clear. He explained he never felt like Memphis Bleak was really Jay-Z's friend. Same with the Young Guns. They were artists, not family. Meanwhile, 50 even helped Beanie Siegel when he needed it, proving his loyalty isn't selective, it's for anyone in his circle. Listen to this. One side builds real relationships. The other side runs transactions. It's that simple. And it all traces back to Tony Yayo's interview. Yayo was calm, collected, but straight up honest. He laid it all out. 50 always makes sure his people are solid, flying them out, putting them on tour, landing TV spots, opening doors and business opportunities. He's hands-on. And in return, all he ever asks is loyalty. Nothing more, nothing less. No babysitting, no hand-holding. Just real tools, real platforms, real opportunities to win. That's the key. That's how empires are built on trust, not just numbers. Hold up, here's the kicker. This isn't just about money, it's about the way people feel when they're in the circle. 50's people know he's got their back. He's the kind of guy who shows up when it counts. Jay, his loyalty is conditional, tied to usefulness, branding, and strategy. It's not personal, it's chess. Every move is calculated. That's why people say 50 builds brotherhoods, while Jay builds boardrooms. That energy difference is huge. When G-Unit links up, it's like a family reunion. Real laughs, real love, real loyalty. Rock Nation, corporate vibes, suits, ties, short conversations, everyone checking the time. Conversation is formal, emotion is minimal. Uncle Mo summed it up best. 50 builds brothers, not just brands. And here's the proof. Industry insiders agree. Rappers, producers, actors, they all know it. If 50 rocks with you, he's rocking with you for life. His loyalty isn't just emotional, it's smart, strategic. Taking care of your people strengthens the empire. Every move, TV, music, business, he includes the same circle that's been with him since day one. When Power launched, his day ones got acting roles, production credits, and Hollywood connections. When BMF hit screens, familiar faces were there. That's why he's still called one of the realest in entertainment. Receipts everywhere. Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda still touring because 50 keeps them booked, active, connected. Beyond music, he plugs his crew into movies, podcasts, and tours. He doesn't chase success alone, he shares it. In an industry built on ego, competition, and flex culture, that mindset is rare. The internet notices. Fans joke, being in 50 circle, lifetime job security. Jay-Z's crew, unpaid internship, good until the networking stops. That joke hits because it's true. Both men represent power, but in completely different ways. Jay-Z thrives on silence, strategy, and exclusivity. He builds empires like a chess master. 50 leads with connection, loyalty, and shared wins. One values privacy, the other values a presence. That's why fans lock on 50 Cent. He doesn't just talk loyalty, he lives it. Uncle Murda and Tony Yayo keep proving it every day. At the end of the day, it's one thing. 50 moves with loyalty first. Jay-Z moves with strategy first. Neither is wrong, but one hits harder, feels more human. 50 never forgets who held him down when he had nothing. He makes sure those same people are winning now that he's on top. That's why fans ride with him. His success isn't selfish, it's shared. Jay-Z plays the long game like a chess master. Every deal, friendship, and move builds his empire. That empire is nearly untouchable, but it comes with distance. Relationships feel polished, professional, transactional. Loyalty comes second. That's the trade-off. One makes billions, the other builds a family that rides for life. The internet is still split. Some swear by 50's loyalty. Jokes with Yo on stage, shout-outs to Uncle Murda on Instagram, setting his people up in music, TV, and business. That's why people say 50 don't switch. His circle isn't just a crew, it's a movement, a brotherhood solid since day one. Jay might dominate boardrooms, but 50 controls the hearts of his crew and fans. That's why this debate exploded online. Is bigger than rap, is business love versus real love. Strategy can make you a billionaire, but loyalty builds a legacy that lasts forever. So now I gotta ask, whose side are you on? You rockin' 50's loyalty or Jay's strategy? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm reading every single one. And don't sleep. Hit that subscribe button to stay locked in with Drip Zed. Smash that like button. Share with your crew. Let's keep this debate alive. Because trust me, this conversation isn't ending anytime soon. No babysitting, no hand-holding. Just real tools, real platforms, and real opportunities to win. Meanwhile, Jay-Z plays chess, not checkers. Every single move is calculated, thought out, and tied to strategy. His loyalty isn't unconditional. It's tied to usefulness, branding, and how you fit into his empire. That's a major difference. 50 builds brotherhoods, Jay builds boardrooms. And in this game, loyalty always hits harder than any empire. Every connection Jay-Z makes is measured, strategic, beneficial, but rarely personal. The moment it doesn't fit the billion-dollar image, that bond quietly fades away. Fans respect him as a business genius, no doubt, but even his biggest supporters admit it's lonely at the top when your empire is built on contracts instead of devotion. That's a massive contrast when you put Jay-Z's world next to 50 Cent's. G-Unit versus Rock Nation. Look at the energy. When G-Unit links up, it feels like a brotherhood reunion. Real laughs, real love, real loyalty. But Rock Nation, corporate mixer vibes, suits on, watches checked, conversation short, formal, polite, but empty. Uncle Mo said it best, 50 builds brothers, not just brands. And that's not just talk. Industry insiders back it up. Rappers, producers, actors, they all agree. If 50 rides with you, he's riding with you for life. 50's loyalty isn't just emotional, it's strategic. Taking care of your people strengthens your empire, plain and simple. Every move he makes, TV, music, business, includes the same circle that's been with him since day one. When Power launched, he made sure his day ones got acting roles, production credits, and Hollywood connections. When BMF hit screens, familiar faces were front and center. That's why people still call him one of the realest in entertainment. It's not just words, there are receipts everywhere. Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda still touring globally because 50 keeps them booked, active, and connected. Beyond music, he plugs his crew into movies, podcasts, and tours. He doesn't just chase success, he shares it. In an industry built on ego and competition, that's a rare mindset. The internet noticed too. Fans joke, being in 50 circle, lifetime job security. Jay-Z's crew, unpaid internship, good until the networking ends. And that joke hits because there's truth behind it. Both men represent power, but completely different kinds. Jay-Z thrives on silence, strategy, and exclusivity. He builds empires like a chess master, moving pieces with precision. 50 leads through connection, loyalty, and shared victories. One values privacy, the other values a present. That's why fans stay locked on 50 Cent. He doesn't just preach loyalty, he lives it. Uncle Murda and Tony Yayo continue proving it day in and day out. This isn't about who's richer, it's about who's realer. Every tool, every show, every placement for his people is a statement. Success hits different when your whole team eats with you. That's 50 Cent's legacy, plain and simple. Wild, Jay-Z moves like a mogul. 50 moves like a king who never forgets his day ones. That energy is magnetic, and fans can feel it. At the end of the day, it boils down to one simple truth. 50 moves with loyalty first. Jay-Z moves with strategy first. Neither is wrong, but one hits harder, feels more human. 50 never forgets who held him down when he had nothing, and now that he's on top, he makes sure those same people are still winning. That's why fans ride with him. His success isn't selfish, it's shared. Jay-Z, on the other hand, plays the long game like a chess master. Every move, every deal, every friendship is part of the bigger empire he's building. That empire is nearly untouchable, but it comes with distance. Relationships feel polished, professional, transactional. Loyalty takes a back seat to strategy. That's the trade-off. One makes billions, the other builds a family that rides for life. The internet is still split. Some swear by 50's loyalty, pointing to him cracking jokes with Yo Gotti on stage, shouting out Uncle Murda on Instagram, or setting his people up to win in music, TV, and business. That's what people mean when they say 50 don't switch up. His circle isn't just a crew, it's a movement, a brotherhood solid since day one. Jay might dominate boardrooms, but 50 controls the hearts of his crew and his fans. That's why this debate blew up online so fast. It's bigger than rap. It's the difference between business love and real love. Strategy can make you a billionaire, but loyalty builds a legacy that lasts forever. So now I gotta ask you, whose side are you on? You rocking with 50's loyalty or Jay's strategy? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm reading every single one. And don't sleep on this. Hit that subscribe button to stay locked in with Drip Z. Smash that like button and share this with your crew. Let's keep this debate alive because this conversation isn't ending anytime soon.